Hello everyone, this is me, Dusty Circuit here. And I just figured while I'm kind of in the mood to make videos again, I thought I'd showcase, even though I didn't get very far in this world, this is my single player world, survival world, and of, all Fabric 5. Or in the All Fabric 5 mod pack that I made, largely just kind of as something to occupy myself while when we were all me and as well as all of Skade Gaming is awaiting the launch of Asgard 2.0, and also to kind of partially familiarize myself with this mod pack. As I said in my video, my update / world tour of Asgard 2.0, or at least of my own personal base, this is a very new mod pack for me, and pretty much every single mod, with the exception of Applied Energistics 2, is brand new to me. So I don't remember if this is where I spawn, but I'm pretty sure this is close to my spawn. And it's kind of funny because this actually the mesas are actually one of my favorite biomes. Because, I mean, just look at it, it's beautiful. And, this was my starter base, but as you can see, I've pretty much emptied it out of everything I built here. Believe I would have set up an ME system, and then I think like over here, and then I think I would have had like processor, like the inscriber auto crafting, and I think this was where my nether portal was. And then over here I made I had a coke oven from modern industrialization. And then I think over here I may have built like a quarry. I think I would have made a steam quarry, and then later on went to an electric quarry. And then down in this level, I made I swore I had my large bronze boiler, and then eventually my advanced bronze boiler once I upgraded to that. And then here I set up an energizing setup from Powa. And then over here I got into the deep mob learning, I think it's called, and started doing research with that because I think I was desperate to get a mob drop, but it turns out that mod doesn't work with whatever mob drop I was looking for. And then I think I went down to a certain Y level and did some mining. So I think I sealed off my mining tunnel. Oh, I think it's down here. And then I just would have dug down and then just branched out at different levels to do cave mining. And really from there, I kind of just... This was kind of my starter base for the first, like, I think maybe week I played in this world. And then later on, I started a new base. Which is what this is. I've moved all my machines over to here. And then I was going to kind of actually build a base from here, but then I reached a point in this world where I kind of got, well, largely because where modern industrialization has been the mod I've been focusing on, I've kind of reached a point with it where things were going to get way, way more complicated than they already were. And like this setup, just like the setup I had on Asgard, or have on Asgard, allows me to automate pretty much all of this, the crafting recipes for modern industrialization, but if I am to progress farther in that mod, I would need to set up a lot more machines than I already have. And then from there, it would get like exponentially more complicated. And then I kind of decided at that point, at the point I had reached here, to largely just kind of take a break from playing this and just kind of wait for Asgard to launch. As really the main point of this world was just to allow myself to familiarize myself with this mod, with this mod pack. So it's at least when Asgard opens, I at least know what point I want to I at least know where I want to, what mods I want to play and where I want to go. So, that's largely the extent that I got in this world, though, as I described in the previous video, the most automation I really have is, I actually was automating an electric blast furnace over here with applied energistics, so I could auto-craft certain things. And then over here, I automated coke production. So you put coal ore into here, then it gets macerated, and then compressed, and then smelted into coke, and then that's what's fueling my large boiler. Though by the time I went to play on Asgard, I have been enlightened to botany pots, and then that's how I've been fueling my boiler over there. And then over here, is for my setup for bulk ore processing. And then really from here, this is where I left off in this world. Okay, that was really weird. For a solid few minutes, I was like not able to scroll or click on anything. But it looks like there was some glitch with my bed for whatever reason when I was trying to sleep. Anyway. Though there's one other thing, I don't know if I still have it, but in this world, I've run into something that that on Asgard I have not managed to run into yet. It's one of these guys, and you're supposed to. Maybe this one I tamed. Well, I don't know if it's tamed. I guess not. But this, not even sure, was not even sure how to say it, but it's from Mythic Amounts, and, I believe I think I don't even, well, I don't actually have a saddle, so I can't ride it, but, oh. Or I can get on it. But if I had a saddle, I should be able to basically ride it and basically fly without a jetpack. But I never found a saddle. Uh, One moment. Well, this is my survival world, so I'm allowed to do whatever I want, but I have acquired saddle. So let's see if I can't tame this and ride it. And I am now flying without the assistance of my jetpack at all. And yes, I did cheat in a saddle to do this, but I don't really care so much about this world. I was just, this is more of an experiment than anything else, just so I can learn how this mod pack works. this is definitely a really interesting feature of this mod pack. I never was able to. I've done some exploring on Asgard, and I don't think I've seen one of these creatures myself. But in this world, this was, I think, like I was just minding my own business, and I saw this big, what looks like a dragon flying towards me, but it's one of these creatures. And I just happened to think I crafted a golden lasso, and I just caught it and stored it in my ME system until I could find a saddle. But of course I would have found a saddle if I was actually playing in this world, but as this world is merely an experiment to me, I just took the liberty to spawn in a saddle so I could actually demonstrate this for my audience at the very least. But you know, if I was playing this on my own, by myself, or if I could have found one of these before making a jetpack, this would have been a pretty interesting option for flight and getting around. But the jetpack is faster unless there's a way to give these guys like potions to make them go faster, or buffs to make them go faster. But it's definitely interesting. And yeah. I personally prefer flying with the jetpack, but those are that is another option. That doesn't require power. But anyway, that'll wrap it up, at least for this survival world. Oh, and as I've mentioned on the previous, I forgot to talk about this in the previous video, but I'm actually very impressed with how this mod pack is able to run on, especially on lower end computers than what I have, that a lot more skaters have than I do. And even on my really beefy computer, and that the specs are shown on the right of the screen and the F3. And but I'm really pleased with how this mod pack runs, especially running shaders, which I'm pretty sure a lot of the Forge mod packs don't handle very well, if at all. And yet I'm able to run this fairly smoothly. And this is on a Ryzen 9 5900X with 64 gigs of RAM at 3200 megahertz, and an NVIDIA RTX 3060 with 12 gigs of VRAM. And this is running admirably well. And even if I bump the render distance up higher, even then it's not doing too bad. Though obviously it's going to be a reduced frame rate. But if I turn off shaders, yeah, it's we're actually not too bad. And even though I still actually miss a lot of the mods from Forge, and if I were to choose like between the wider amount of mods available on Forge versus Fabric, I still personally would choose Forge over Fabric, primarily for the more mods available, and also for me personally, having a really powerful computer that can still, for the most part, brute force its way through the more demanding Forge mods. Like, it's not as big a deal for me. The Forge being more demanding, but maybe as time moves on, there will be a more wider base of mods for Fabric, and even such things as NeoForge, allowing for the older mods to be sort of in a way ported to a more modern, more optimized mod loader. That could open up more options in the future. Though I will be ending this video here, but before I do so, I actually have a bit of bonus content. So I'll be back in a little bit. Okay, so this is my bonus content, though. I'm gonna be going through this pretty quick because I don't have, this is another mod pack that I actually started playing while awaiting Asgard, but I think I've only played it for maybe, I think 3 days, and, this is, I believe it's Nomifactory, I think that's how you say it. And this was largely out of an impulse that so Jakey, I think, would have talked about wanting to play a Greg Tech mod pack, and then Super Draco actually suggested a couple of different options. And I believe one of them was, I believe they were either Greg Block, which is like a Greg Tech themed like Skyblock, and then this was the other option, and I think I opted, and then I had this impulse, I believe, because I would think I would have been waiting for Asgard, and I was sort of looking for things to preoccupy myself while I was waiting, and then I had this impulse that I wanted to play one of those two mod packs just as another thing for me to do. And I think originally I was gonna play this and then stream it on the Skade Discord, and then Jakey would watch. I don't think I actually ended up getting around to that, but I would actually play this mod pack for I think 3 days, maybe 4 days. Though this is about the extent I got into it. And I believe for power, I would have started with these thermal expansion steam dynamos. And then later on, I actually would upgrade to a large bronze boiler, though mind you, this is Greg Tech and not modern industrialization. And actually, this is what modern industrialization was based on. Though how I'm fueling this boiler is kind of hilarious. This is a sugarcane farm, but it's no ordinary sugarcane farm. This is using SNAD, or SNAD, and these are blocks that apparently, when powered by these redstone conduits, these by themselves grow sugarcane faster than normal. But for whatever reason, if connecting these redstone conduits to them, like, supercharges it to the point where, like, it's growing, like, at the rate that you can see here. Which I believe has to be something like a block per second or something crazy. And I just quickly threw together this sugarcane farm, which is basically what's providing the boiler with fuel. And one thing I've noticed about the boiler from this mod pack, unlike the modern industrialization one, there seems to be no way to throttle its fuel consumption rate based on how much steam you're actually using. So it's like this boiler basically runs full bore all the time, which means it consumes fuel at the full bore all the time. And this really left me scratching my head as far as how I'm gonna fuel this thing. But it turns out all you really need is this crazy sugarcane farm, and that's how I'm fueling my boiler. And I just have these comparators, which basically whenever this sugarcane gets full, it, as you can see there, it basically halts the farm by holding the pistons out. And if I didn't have that, I would have the sugarcane farm overflowing and lagging out my world, and I don't want that. And this is a sound muffler that I made, which without that you'd be hearing those pistons going off. And then over here, I just set up all my machines. Go away. But anyway, so over here, I've been setting up all my machines. And I think over here, I started to automate ore processing which is a little bit involved. It's like you need two macerators, and then a centrifuge, and then I believe the centrifuge and the two macerators is what I used for the ore processing. And then from there, you take the products from that and then run it through the electrolyzer and then the furnace. And then from there, I believe I was going to work towards setting up an ME system. But, in this mod pack, everything is, like, more involved than usual. It's like, for instance, to make this, it requires all this stuff. Which even then is, like, involved. Yeah. I mean, it's a little bit more involved than normal, but, that was gonna be what I was gonna do next, and then I kinda just stopped playing this mod pack. Because I believe it would have been that, I believe it would have been either Asgard, was close on the horizon, or I believe, I believe the actual reason is I had this project on Midgard that I wanted to get done because it was around the last fly day, or at least the fly day in January. And then I would have wanted to get that project done before Asgard opened. And I think that was why I stopped playing in this world. And I don't know if I can. I guess I'll just go into spectator mode. And, but actually down here, I would do mining. I think I made a hammer that lets you mine 3x3 tunnels. But in here, I discovered something rather amazing in this mod pack. There's a scanner that lets you find ore veins underground, which is very important because this mod pack has you mining all kinds of different ores, like for various different things. And it's actually pretty involved to do a lot of things. So I guess that'll be it for this video. I don't know if I'll put this in the first video or I'll be making this its own video, but anyway, thank you all for watching. This has been me, Dusty Circuit here, and with some additional modded content, or at least world tours anyway, and this if you liked what you saw, remember to leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you want to see my next videos, be sure to hit the bell for notifications. And peace out. Bye.